What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, then welcome to my channel. My name is Desjardins, and I'm here to help you build your absolute super self, whether that's physically through helping you lose weight or put on some muscle, or that's mentally through helping you overcome your limiting beliefs and opening up your mind to what's possible. So guys, I had to figure out how to plug transparent labs one way or another in this video, and I was like, all right, I got it. So you see how I'm wearing green? That reminded me, if you want to get your poops right like me, get yourself some Transparent Labs prebiotic greens. Do yourself the favor. Do it for you, do it for your sister, do it for your mother, do it for your brother. And while you're at it, use code Jackson, save yourself 10%, support your boy, and get your poops right all in one go. That's like 3-4 birds with one stone. Can I count? But anyway, guys, if you've been on my channel long enough, then you have heard me reference a gentleman by the name of Ed Mylett. I found Ed Mylett, I want to say in the middle of 2020. I'll never forget it. I was driving back to JMU to move out of my apartment so I could move back to Ocean City. And I was on my way there and I heard this interview with him, and he has this deep, commanding voice, and he's just like one of the most wise human beings that I've ever had the pleasure of consuming their content, and he is just the absolute bomb, and he's changed my life in so many different ways. And in this video, I want to share with you guys my 3 main takeaways from Ed Mylett that have absolutely changed my life, and I'm gonna reference his channel down below, so if you wanna go check out his channel, it would absolutely benefit you, and I wouldn't send you there if I didn't mean it. Would I ever lie to you guys? Come on now. And another thing, you guys have seen me wear this hat a lot, right? Whenever I have a bad haircut, I always revert back to this hat. Well, fun fact, Ed Mylett has a big saying on his channel, and that's max out. It's all about maxing out your life. Max yourself out to your best, most possible potential. And that's what this hat says. So I thought that was kind of dope. So I ended up getting it a little while back, and I like how the gray pretty much goes with everything, and I do wear it backwards quite a bit. This is kind of a look, if I say so myself. But let's dive into how Ed Mylett has absolutely, quite literally, changed my life. So concept number 1 is gonna be raise your thermostat.
Your identity, the best analogy I could give you is like a thermostat sitting on the wall of your life. It sets the entire temperature for the conditions of your life in multiple areas.
I know the majority of you, wherever you are right now, there's a thermostat on the wall. And unfortunately, mine must not be working very well because it is hot. It might have something to do with this big light in front of me. The job of that thermostat is to regulate the temperature of the room. If it starts getting too hot, like my room is getting right now, then hopefully your thermostat will lower it back down to where it's set. So if it's set at 72 and it's 74 degrees in your apartment, it's going to bring it back down to 72 because that's where you've set it. And on the other hand, if it gets too cold, let's say it gets down to 68 in your apartment, but it's set at 72 because the door's been open or something like that, then the thermostat is gonna bring it back up to 72 because its job, like I said, is to regulate the temperature of the room. You see, we all have a thermostat for our life, and we choose to set it at a certain degree. So let's bring it back to weight loss. Let's say somebody's starting to lose weight, okay? So let's say their thermostat's set at 70 degrees. They start losing weight, they start losing weight, their thermostat's going up and up and up. They're 40 pounds down now, but since their thermostat hasn't been raised, since their personal standards have not been raised, they have a way of putting that weight back on and going back to where their thermostat is set right at 70 degrees. Even though they were starting to get to 80, 85 degrees, they had a way of bringing themselves back down. We all have a choice of where our thermostat is set, and your life will be a reflection of your thermostat. When I heard this, I was like, no freaking way. Commit to your next level and raising that thermostat. Every inch you go up, you raise it. You are worthy of being there. Now, takeaway number 2, Ed Mylett says the one and only way to build self-confidence is by keeping the promises that you make to yourself.
Self-confidence is self-trust. Self-confidence is building a reputation with yourself, that you keep your word to you, that you keep the promises you make to you.
Boy, doesn't that just hit you right across the mouth, right in the jaw? So I have a question. How many promises have you been keeping to yourself? When you say you're gonna get up in the morning and work out, do you? I can say I don't always do that, but I can tell you that when I am the most self-confident and I am feeling the most super Jackson amazing, that's because I've been keeping a lot of promises to myself. If I say I'm not gonna do something, I don't do it. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If you told your boss you were gonna get to work at 8 a.m., you'd probably get there at 8 a.m. or at least damn close to it. So if you're willing to keep promises to others, why are you unwilling to keep promises to yourself? That's where it matters the most. If you want to start liking yourself, you've got to make promises and keep those promises to yourself. One thing that this opened up my eyes to was who you are behind closed doors is who you are becoming. So take a look at what you're doing when nobody's watching. Take a look at what you're doing when no one's around, because that is what you are becoming. And that's what Ed Mylett helped me understand monumentally on my channel. So if you want to start liking yourself, you want to start feeling better about yourself, start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Now, takeaway number 3, this is probably my favorite one that I want to leave you guys with, and that is Ed Mylett says, life happens for you, not to you.
Life happens for you, not to you. And that's always true in hindsight.
Guys, I put on like 100 pounds in 2 years, something like that. Most people would be like, oh man, that's such a bad thing to happen to me. I'll never forget when that happened to me. Oh man, it was terrible. No, that happened for me, because guys, guess what? I don't get fat, I don't lose the weight, I don't learn all that about myself. Guys, diamonds are formed under pressure. I am who I am because I was fat, okay? I wouldn't have been able to get in front of you guys. Guys, all of the weight loss transformations that you've had on the channel, oh my gosh, like I'm so honored to think that I was a part of that, and that is the most fulfilling thing on earth, and I would not have been able to make an impact on you if I didn't get fat. Getting fat opened up my life to what was possible and what I wanted to do with it. Let's use another example. In college, I got my heart broken by this girl that I was dating all throughout high school. I was with her for like 4 years. I thought I was gonna marry this girl, and she absolutely broke my heart. And of course, you know, there's 2 sides to every story. I'm not naive enough to think that I didn't play a role in it. Of course I did. I was fat and miserable. Guys, deep dive right here, right? It was her birthday or Christmas or something, and I tried to bring her a present to her sorority house, and I gave it to one of the sisters, and I was like, take it in for her. You don't even have to tell her it's for me. Just take it in. It's all her favorite candy and stuff. You can just take it in. I start walking away, right? It's snowing, it's raining. It was right out of a movie. I'm walking away, and this girl that I gave it to brings it back, and she was like, hey, she didn't want this, so you can just take it home. And I was like, it was like one of the worst things that I have ever had to experience. Walked back to my car soaking wet, and I got in my car and I drove away, and that was one of the rock bottom. Most people would say, boy, that's a horrible thing to have happen to you. Not at all. Do you understand how much I value a good relationship? Do you understand how much I learned about myself and my boundaries and what I'm willing to let happen to me and who I'm willing to let step on me? Do you understand how that changed who I am by being down in the dumps and getting shit on in so many ways? Like, and then after I lose the weight and everything, that same girl, she sees me out at the bar, she dumps a drink on my head because she's so sauced that I got my life together, okay? I don't say this to spite her. I say this because I would not be who I am. I wouldn't have had a chip on my shoulder to lose the weight. Everything that happens to you, even though it seems like it sucks right now, everything that happens to you happens for you. It's one way or another going to benefit you in the long run. The only people it doesn't benefit are the pessimistic people who only focus on the bad, okay? Because I can tell you that there is a lesson to be learned in everything. All you have to do is find it. When I deal with hardship now, it's like they say God promotes you to your level of tolerance of pain. And it's like, you know what? I'm getting a promotion. He wouldn't have put it on my plate if I couldn't handle it. And remembering that life happens for you and not to you will serve you more than anything else. It is the mindset of happiness, fulfillment, peace, joy, bliss. Anything goes when you realize that everything happens for you. I know I sound like a broken record, guys, but I need you to take this home because I care about you guys and I want you to be able to have these takeaways that I've had. I highly encourage you guys to go check out Ed Mylett's channel. I hope that you've been able to kind of like gather some value. I've done a pretty deep dive with you in this video, and it's because I trust you guys. You guys are my family, and you know that. So to those of you who are new here, if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe down below if you want more weekly wisdom and content. We're almost done with Grind 360 here. We're coming into the end strong, and I'm gonna be announcing the prizes coming up, and I'm gonna be having everybody send in their transformations soon. Not yet. I'm gonna give you an email to send them to. It's gonna be great, but very excited for that, and I'm just like super, super, super excited for all of your futures, as always. So I'm gonna leave you like I leave you every single video. Let's keep getting better together and keep on grinding. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.